like the seats of an 86 Delta 88 coupe on D's and Bones, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Going live in a minute, Blizzard King. This is Winter Dennis Sperling podcast. You are rocking with the realest black men represented. Ain't no lies, cause we winning. Catching flies, ain't no feelings. Uncle D, we the villain, baby. We just left the village, baby. Now we in them villas, baby. Dennis Sperling podcast, tuning in, we get it, baby. You can hate the player, hate the game. We love all you haters. Hate watch, hate watch. Calling lovely ladies, hands on your knees. You can thank us later. We snatching the crowns off of queens. We obliterate them. Hella truth, shame the devil. They trying to eliminate us. You begging the sipping haters. Peeling layers off potatoes. Whoa. Southern Cadillac music like Outkast. Ain't jumping without bass. Dennis Sperling podcast. Whoa. Southern Cadillac music like Outkast. Ain't jumping without bass. Dennis Sperling podcast. Whoa.
We have to clean up what's going on in our house before we do anything else. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Blizzard King. We're back with the cold, hard truth. And I want to talk about friendship. And typically, friendships are built on shared experiences. They're built on trust. They're built on emotional connection. However, when there's money involved, when there's money disparities between the friends, that can often disrupt that balance and often introducing a sort of discomfort or insecurity, tension even in the relationship. And these disparities amongst friends challenge even the strongest friendship when individuals unknowingly or subconsciously equate financial status with personal value. The rise of wealth in your friend's life juxtaposed to with modest means in another friend, that creates a chasm of misunderstanding and jealousy and often feelings of inadequacy. Now, this particular subject is inspired by a very interesting article in the New York Times. And I found it very timely. I think this is something that a lot of people are dealing with, especially considering that a lot of Americans are dealing with a lot of financial strife right now. Nevertheless, when friends experience a financial gap, there's a subtle yet impactful shift in their interactions that can occur. The one with money, the wealthier friend, might enjoy a lifestyle, enjoying expensive dining and luxury travel or high-cost hobbies, and that unintentionally makes the less affluent friend feel left behind or excluded. On the flip side, this less affluent friend might misinterpret invitations to activities as flaunting wealth or showcasing superiority, especially if that friend has some new friends who also have wealth. And see, these reactions often stem not from malicious intent, but from unspoken assumptions and insecurities and the sensitive nature of even discussing money. Nobody likes to do that. But another layer of complexity arises from societal associations of financial success with personal worth. And so when a friend achieves financial milestones, the other friend may feel left behind as if their life progress is being measured against someone's bank account. And this fosters resentment. It could lead to a self-imposed withdrawal, and that further strains the relationship. So your friend doesn't even want to hang out with you anymore. Now, there's some emotional implications of a financial gap between friends, and that's profound for both parties. Feelings of shame and inadequacy. You see, the friend who has less money may feel embarrassed about their financial situation. You know, they're worrying that it'll alter how their wealthier friend perceives them. And this often leads to avoiding certain conversations or activities, which can create emotional distance. There's also going to be jealousy and resentment. You know, witnessing a friend's financial success, that's triggering. It can trigger envy. Even if it's unintentional, it's still triggering. And these feelings can simmer beneath the surface. And that results in very passive aggressive behavior or even tension. The other thing is there's frustration and guilt. That wealthier friend might feel frustrated if their success is perceived negatively, or they might even feel guilty for living a lifestyle they worked hard to achieve. And so the other thing you got to deal with is that the less affluent friend might attempt to try to keep up with the wealthier friend by overspending, you know, and that's going to lead to financial strain, and it's going to deepen feelings of inadequacy. Conversely, they might withdraw completely to avoid the pressure altogether. Now, how do you navigate this wealth gap? Successfully managing financial disparities in friendships, it's hard and it requires a lot of effort, because they have an old saying, birds of a feather flock together. And at the point where your friend grows some golden feathers, they might need to fly on. And so it's going to require a lot of effort, understanding, and adaptability. Now, the one thing you need to have is got to have open dialogue. You see, money is a taboo topic, but in these situations, transparency is essential. Friends should feel safe discussing how financial differences impact their relationship. And the wealthier friend can reassure their friend, if it's truly their friend, that their intentions aren't about flaunting the wealth, while this less affluent friend can express concerns about affordability or discomfort. This conversation fosters mutual understanding and it helps prevent misunderstandings. The other thing is you got to make sure you define your values as friends. Rather than letting money define your bond, real friends should focus on shared values and experiences. And true friendship is built on trust and emotional support and mutual respect. Acknowledging these qualities helps to reframe the relationship and minimize the impact of these financial disparities. Embrace inclusive activities. That's another thing. That wealthier friend can suggest activities that don't require significant spending, such as hiking, playing a little ball, you see, hanging out, game night at the sports lounge. And these gestures show sensitivity and create opportunities to connect without financial pressure. The other thing is both friends should establish their clear boundaries regarding spending. The wealthier friend, you got to be mindful. They should be mindful of how their choices might unintentionally alienate their friend, while the less affluent friend can express their comfort levels. If you're in the club popping bottles of Ace of Spade at $2,000 a pop, and your homies throwing back beers or shots at $10, you know, y'all need to talk about that. You see, especially if you're trying to get him to go halvesies on it. You see, open communication about boundaries ensures that both friends feel respected. Now, the wealthier friend can offer support in ways that don't involve money. Okay. And this might include sharing advice, connecting your friend to networking opportunities, or even providing mentorship. However, it's crucial to avoid that savior complex, and support should be empowerment, not dependency. Now, here's the thing: it's natural to want to help a friend improve their financial situation, but the reality is that wealth is as much about a mindset as it is about opportunity. A person's financial trajectory is deeply influenced by their willingness to adopt new habits, take risks, and commit to personal growth. For example, you can expose a friend to habits of success and discipline and strategic thinking and even financial literacy. But if they don't actively choose to embrace those habits, nothing will change. In essence, helping a friend level up financially would require altering their mindset, which could fundamentally change who they are. And if they truly wanted to change, they would have taken the steps to do so. As the saying goes, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And this principle applies to friendships and financial growth. And while support and encouragement are valuable, personal transformation is ultimately a choice that each person must take for themselves. So let's say you're successful in helping your friend achieve wealth. Let's say it worked, right? Then this creates a new set of challenges because you don't know how either of you will respond to the shift in the power dynamic. For example, your friend might change. They could misinterpret your past actions, viewing your generosity, as condescension, or recalling perceived slights when they had less money. Now that they have financial independence, they might become resentful, believing you held the power over them when they were broke. With money no longer the limiting factor, they might take the opportunity to distance themselves or assert control in ways that they never could before. Alternatively, you might change. Previously, as the wealthier friend, you had implicit control over the decisions, choosing the restaurants, activities, or trips because you were footing the bill. Even if decisions were quote unquote collaborative, you still had the ultimate veto power because you had the money. But now your friend has equal footing and can afford to say no or take the lead. How will you handle this shift? Will you be able to accept no from someone who once relied on your generosity, who you subconsciously and perhaps unintentionally think you're better than? See, this reversal of roles can unsettle the foundation of your friendship. And when both parties are used to a specific dynamic, changing it requires emotional maturity, humility, and shared commitment to adapt. Now, despite your best efforts, some friendships just won't survive the strain of financial disparities or the shift in power dynamic that come with this newfound wealth. It's many a person that went off, did what they had to do, and came back and realized that the friends they used to have, they no longer have anything in common with. This isn't a failure. It's a reflection of growth and change. Friendships evolve as people evolve, and sometimes paths diverge. Letting go of a friendship doesn't erase its value. It simply acknowledges that relationships, like people, are not static, and they may not always withstand significant transformations. Look, navigating financial disparities in friendships requires empathy, open communication, and a willingness to adapt. Whether it's managing differences in wealth or addressing shifts in power dynamics, the key is to prioritize the qualities that truly define a friendship: trust, mutual respect, and shared values. While it's natural to want to help a friend succeed, true change comes from within. Attempting to transform someone's mindset or habits is rarely successful and often leads to unintended consequences. Instead, focus on cherishing the friendship for what it is and respecting each other's autonomy. And by approaching these challenges with understanding and adaptability, friends can build deeper, more resilient connections that transcend material wealth and the power dynamics. This is the Blizzard King with the cold, hard truth, and I'm out.
Dennis Sperling Podcast. Hit the like button, subscribe.